Okay, so first day at Cannes today. We're really excited.
Woo! Yes.
Awesome. So recently we just went to a session which is 10 things about social media, or social media is going to the next decade. What do you feel about that session?
I thought it was really, really good. The guy was so smart and cool, and he talked about what social media was going to be like in the next 10 years. And he had some 10 points which we'll take you through. First of all, he said social media as we know it in the next 10 years will be gone. The second step that he says that social media will be used to buy stuff off. So any post you see or anything, you'll instantly be able to buy stuff off those posts.
That's brilliant. Sounds good. What's the other three?
Then the next one is social media content will become really snackable and short.
Makes
he was
sense.
talking about Vine, like 6-second videos with content, very short. He also said that social media will be automated, and this is a point I love. He was talking about artificial intelligence and talking about the Watson robot thing that beat
was
everyone
kinda
on
cool.
Jeopardy. And he
Very
said that Stephen Hawkings and Bill Gates have warned against the use of artificial intelligence, and that's true.
Pretty
because
heavy.
they start to write their own programs for themselves independently.
Very creepy.
It's creepy.
Yep, agree.
And then the next one was to be able to, social media will be used to be able to connect people, and they used the example between the North Koreans
That was
and the South
amazing.
Koreans.
Yeah, that was a great example. And then they, sorry to jump in, I was quite
That's all right.
I was quite inspired by that program. So basically, as you know, the war between South Korea and North Korea. And we just realised obviously they use two different lingos. So these creators came up with this translation system where they actually can create new words where both these countries can connect same on a different language. So that was kind of
That's
interesting.
really cool.
That was interesting.
What's the next one?
It was great because the guy was just keep going on about the next decade. So he talked a lot about after that social media will be filtered, and which is the case. You know what I mean? I only
I
want to.
thought it kind of already is.
It makes sense,
actually.
yeah, absolutely. I want to see what I like on the page. So I want to see CNN, I want to see BBC, I want to see my friends. So it's not, early in the days it was about people who want to see everything, but it's more filtered now, which I found it was interesting and it's going to keep happening. The other thing which you mentioned about, quite interesting, social media is going to be very integrated. So currently we've got so many different apps, so many different platforms. This guy reckons it's all be integrated, coming in from a one mass rather than about 7-8 different channels, so which was interesting too. What made me kind of pretty excited was last point was social media will be Chinese, apparently. So that's just
So they were talking about the booming economy in China, and the economy you see now in China is reflective of how it was in America 10 years ago. So they've got the highest GDP at this point. So they said for us in Western countries to be prepared for Chinese social media platforms to be coming into our markets and how we should work those into our media strategies.
that was kind of really cool, and it's happening. You know, I mean, you can see. And then the last two, which was obviously, we're seeing the trend is obviously social media is going to be under our skin. We can see it's at the subway, it's at the bars, at home, wearable technology. So it's all happening. So that's kind of great. And the last but not the least, social media will be empowered. So that was interesting, and I think we can see a lot of brands are empowering on social media. I.e. a lot of stuff. So that was a quick snapshot of a session we attended today.
Woo!
Live back from you, Amy and Rick from Cannes.